Hello, Madridistas, and thanks for joining us on today's interesting episode as we talk you through some very important updates at Real Madrid. Kickstarting on this episode, Real Madrid want to sign both Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland, according to Josep Paderol of El Chiringuito TV. We are going to be talking to you about that on this episode, and shortly after that, we will quickly turn our attention elsewhere as Real Madrid veteran midfielder Luka Modric is expected to have more minutes in the future after a masterclass performance in the El Clasico against Barcelona. We're also going to be talking about that on this episode, so stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel so you do not miss on any of our next updates. In a major update, Josep Paderol of El Chiringuito TV is reporting that Real Madrid are planning to sign both Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland. It is no secret that Real Madrid admire both Paris Saint-Germain and the Manchester City superstar a great deal and have been monitoring their situations for a long while now. Mbappe could have signed for Los Blancos last year but opted to renew his contract with Paris Saint-Germain. There was an opportunity for him to make a switch this past summer as well when the announcement he will not be extending his contract in Paris, but nothing came out of it. But Mbappe's contract with Paris Saint-Germain runs out at the end of the season, and all signs point toward him joining Real Madrid on a free transfer, even though Les Parisiens are trying to convince him to sign a new contract. As far as Haaland is concerned, Real Madrid held interest in the Norwegian goal machine in 2022 when he was leaving Borussia Dortmund. But the possibility of Mbappe also moving to the Santiago Bernabeu that same year disassociated the Norwegian and ended up joining Manchester City. Haaland has reached greater heights in his year and a half in Manchester City, helping City win the treble last season, which put him in contention for the Ballon d'Or this year. The 22-year-old is understood to have a release clause in his contract with the Citizens, which will come into effect next year. The Premier League champions are hoping to tie him down to a new contract, but Real Madrid remain attentive to the situation. And the idea, it appears, is to sign both Mbappe and Haaland to build a Galactico attacking unit along with Vinicius Jr. Whether the Merengues are able to fulfill the objective of the years to come remains to be seen. If they pull it off, there would simply be no stopping the Spanish capital giants. So having concluded with that, we are going to quickly turn our attention elsewhere as Real Madrid veteran expected to get more minutes after El Clasico performance. Real Madrid midfielder Luka Modric is not accustomed to watching football from the bench. This season, however, he has more often than not made substitute appearances, but that has not deterred his concentration one bit. As such, his participation in the El Clasico was pivotal when he entered on the field in the 63rd minute, claims Mundo Deportivo. At that time, Madrid were trailing 1-0 and his presence was instrumental in altering the course of the match. The Croatian brought a new dimension and offered his teammates more width and a fresh array of creative ideas. It might even be argued with a hint of exaggeration that he played a significant role in assisting Jude Bellingham in scoring the winning goal. His touch of Daniel Carvajal's cross did not look off, but that touch paved the way for Jude Bellingham to score the winner. Modric has started just 5 games across all competitions for Real Madrid this season, and has made substitute appearances in 7 occasions. In his position, many players would ideally present a case for themselves, but Modric is slowly observing the situation. Whenever given the chances, he has delivered what is expected of him. At this moment, an unfortunate injury to Aurelien Tchouameni, coupled with his own performance in El Clasico, has indirectly opened doors for Modric in Madrid's starting 11. If Carlo Ancelotti chooses to play either Eduardo Camavinga or Toni Kroos as a pivot, Modric will automatically assume the interior position. As it stands, it appears that the down is breaking for Modric, a player who has never backed down and is now resurfacing to once again dominate the midfield for Real Madrid. This is especially noteworthy as he recently celebrated his 500th game with the club this weekend. Quite an achievement indeed. Considering his situation at Madrid, there have been reports that some Saudi teams might look to take him to the Middle East, but as reported before, the 38-year-old is not leaving Madrid, at least until the end of the season. So having concluded with that, we have come to the end of today's episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel so you do not miss on our next update. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid to us all.